Greetings, Far Cry fans! Far Cry 3 is finally here. Well, it's finally here for me. It's you guys have still got to wait for a little bit, but I've got it, and I've decided to give you a quick showcase on the map editor because Ubisoft have been really quiet about this. I remember when Far Cry 2 came out, they released videos about the map editor, and they were shouting it from the rooftops how great it was. And this one, they've been completely quiet, and they've ignored all my questions about it. And I wanted to know why. It gave me quite a bad feeling about it, to be honest, and a couple of misconceptions which I'm going to prove wrong now with this video. So there's a few different ways you can start. You can start with a new map, which kind of just generates a random kind of island in the middle of some sea. You can start with a completely empty map, or you can generate a random landscape out of two choices. So first of all, I'm going to start with a new empty map. Obviously you have to select a hard drive. It doesn't take too long to load, and then as you can see, this is the template. Now, I'm not sure whether that looks smaller than normal Far Cry maps. To me, it kind of felt like it was a bit smaller. Let me test the map. It takes a bit longer to jump into maps, unfortunately. It's not like Far Cry, the original Instincts or whatever, jumping into maps. Takes a little loading time. You can't just do it instantly. I don't know. It's large, but it doesn't seem as large as the previous ones, but I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter because there's loads of cool stuff in here to play with anyway. So let me get the toolbox out, and what I'll first of all demonstrate, because this is a flat grid basically of nothingness. So let's get some water up. So we'll show the environment settings first. Let's go through the environment settings. So you can set the hour of the day this is in now, so you can have it real nighttime if you want. I'm going to have it in nice daytime. You can even choose the minute of the day if you want to be that specific. Here's the water level. My D-pads is pretty bad at sticking with each option, so I'll bring the water level up above the grid. You can also choose between three cloud types. There's one, more cloudy, sort of less cloudy, and you can put a storm in if you really want. Oh, stupid D-pad! Oh, it's so annoying. If you want a storm, I guess. And you can use your left and right triggers to increase the time. But that's the environment settings. Oh yeah, there it is. It's raining. I don't want it to rain in my island. I like my island without rain, thank you. But you can have a really stormy battle if you want. Let's bring back the toolbox again. It's a familiar radial tool map that you would have seen on Far Cry 2. So let's start with the landscape and bring up some land. The terrain tools: bump, flatten, raise and lower, smooth. Ramp, I think, was in the other ones. These ones will be familiar to people. You've got noise, which I think adds random texture to landscape, and then erosion. I'm not really sure what erosion is. I think it must just break down parts of the landscape into rocks, I guess. Let's just bring up a bump, a circular bump. Come on, D-pad, don't let me down. Let's get a nice big circular bump and raise it up. Distortion. What's distortion? Distortion just makes it get a bit more of a nipple on the top, and hardness brings it up more at the top, keeps it smoother at the base. So there you go. You can bring the landscape up normally. Let's try quickly a little bit of erosion, because I really don't know what that does. Okay, it's kind of just smooths it down, makes it like a cliff face has been eroded over time by weather, so that's pretty cool. I like the look of that. You can do landslides to make it come down even more. That's very nice. So there's a lot of detail you're going to be able to put a lot of detail into your landscapes. Noise just crinkles it up a bit, makes it look a little bit less artificial, which is great. Now, one of the things that was a bit weird, looks a bit weird to me, is the fact that the whole world is looking like a kind of a grid. So we want to get rid of that grid, and we will do that by going back and turning on the paint textures bit. So again, you can choose the radius of the paint job, and then you can choose different palettes. So I'm going to go for ground palette. Look at all these different types of ground there are. There's sands and what's that? Gravels, rocks. So let's go mossy tiles. I'd like a bit of mossy tile, please. I'll paint that some mossy tiles. So I guess you could use that to paint if you're doing some kind of old, temples or something. What's this one there? And some rocks there, so you can paint everything. And there is cliff ones as well, so you can paint your cliffs. There's so much textures here that we're going to be able to detail. There's going to be some really beautiful looking maps with lots of detail in, which is cool. So that's how you paint your surfaces. Environment settings. Let's go map limits quickly. So a lot of the times when I played other Far Cry maps, there's times when I get stuck down the side of the maps and I die. I'd have to try and blow myself up with grenades, or I'd just have to quit and stuff. And other times when there's bits of the map you didn't maybe want people to go to, well, now you can create a map limit. So I'm guessing that if people go outside these limits, they will. It'll be like one of them timers that's all like, hey, if you blah 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 out of this area for blah blah blah, you'll get exploded, and then you'll just randomly die. I like the way you can put extra bits in. So maybe I could, if I wanted, build like a secret tunnel bit down there that no one knows about, and if you stray out of the lines someone will die. But you can totally grid that up. You can see at the top as well, by the way, that there's performance, objects and memories and memory, so you can't just spam this whole thing with everything, but with everything you want. There is limits, but I think there's a lot of stuff you can put in. So that's map limits. We'll have a look at roads quick. You can paint your roads on. So let me go down to palette and pick a road. There's again lots of different types of roads. Let's go for this coastal path and press right trigger, and I can draw a line here. If I press right trigger again, it'll join, and I move it. Right trigger, right trigger, right trigger. There you go. And you can bring bits out and it'll curve like that. If you just move your cursor in the middle and press right trigger, it grabs it in the middle or grabs separate bits, so you can make really detailed paths. So far this is a Mapmakers wet dream. This is pretty awesome. I'm loving the detail. Okay, so that's drawing paths in, or roads. Collection system I'll show you quickly as well. Collection system is big chunks of stuff. So you want desert rocks, maybe. You can put in a collection of rocks rather than having to place them all individually. It takes a little while to load if you place stuff down. It's using up the memory quite a lot, actually, if you look in the top left now. Grassland, loads of templates here of random grass and stuff. This is cool. I like this. Putting that random grassland down, so it's kind of putting down little thickets there. So that's pretty cool. Oh, if I go in closer, it loads up a bit more. So closer you are, the more detail. But there you go. Lots of grassland. They probably shouldn't be on the top of a hill, but there you go. So collection will give you loads of stuff, like collections of trees and things. Let's get some trees down. Is that going to load? Oh, whoa! They're the smallest trees ever. Oh, you can fly inside the map for some crazy reason. If you're so. Those are the smallest trees. Let me see how big those trees are in reality to the character. Well, those are mini trees. They're baby trees. Oh wait. Oh no, they're cannabis plants. I mean, they're just random plants. I wouldn't know what one of them looks like. Anyway, so what have I gone through? I've gone through the environment, the map limits, the paint texture, the collection system, the terrain tools. Snapshot will take a picture of your map, I guess, for... That's so funny that you can put weed plants there. So you can take snapshots for the thumbnail. That's a pretty nice map. But that's not the coolest thing about this. I'm gonna... Let me just test my path out. There's some floating rocks there. Probably shouldn't do that. But there you go. Look, testing my map out. Maybe those rocks are for more flatter areas. But I've got myself a nice little crazy weed plantation kind of thing. And a weird rock. But that's not the best thing about this. Something in this is immense. Let me exit out here. What I'm going to do is going to generate a map. And I'm going to generate a mainland mountain, just so you can see how tall the mountains can go. If you feel like pausing this part of the video, you can read what all these stuff do. It probably explains it a lot better than I could. I've literally only just got my hands on this. I'm trying to make a quick video so you guys can see it. Because I've been waiting as a keen map maker, or just someone who likes to play other people's maps, really. I've been waiting so long to find out details of this, so I'm going to give you an overview of exactly what you can do. But here we go. It's created a mountainy map. Last one I created had a really tall mountain in. It looks horrible when you zoom out, but when you zoom in, the detail starts appearing with the grass and stuff and the trees. So I'm going to try and place some stuff now using no, I don't want to exit that. I've generated it a Y edit map. Here you go. So if I didn't like it, I could have generated a new one. So there we go. Terrain tools. Right, objects. Add objects. So let me exit out of that. So, gameplay. You can add explosives, which is cool. So, you want to booby trap places, have lots of explosives around. You can indeed do that, and then... No, don't exit the map. Test the map. Quick. That loading screen's a little shark. Then you can test the map, and then you can blow them up. All affected by gravity and stuff. Baboosh! Baboosh! Nice. Blah blah blah. Go back to the toolbox. Edit more objects. Add new objects. B. So let's add ladders. I'm not going to add any ladders, but there's loads of different types of ladders. 52 steps, 26 steps, 70 steps, vine ladders, rusty kind of shipwreck radio tower ladders there. So loads of ladders if you like your maps to have lots of verticality in them. Weapons. Now this is one of the things that I was so happy about when I spotted it. You can place weapons again, something which was sadly lacking in Far Cry 2 and pretty much ruined Mapmaker for me. So you can make weapons caches, you can make crazy obstacle courses with weapons caches to pick up at the end. It's just awesome. I'm so happy that Ubisoft did this and got it back in. Look, there's a sniper rifle, so I think that was a sniper rifle anyway. We're gonna have a quick look. So you could make a map with like a crazy... Oh, I can't find it. You can make a map with a crazy... There it is. Ladder going up really high, and the first person to get to gets a sniper rifle, and then you can snipe everyone. So that adds so many more gameplay elements that you couldn't do with Far Cry 2's class system. And look, the fire spreads as well. That's really nice. I like that. Let's go back in. This video's already taken a lot longer than I thought it would. Into the toolbox. Add objects. Add new objects. So this is the other amazing thing. Now, Far Cry 3 doesn't have vehicles in the multiplayer, but lo and behold, those beautiful bastards at Ubisoft have put vehicles in multiplayer. Oh, I love it. I'm so glad they did it. You've got boats, so we can do the D-Day landings. We've got gliders, so we can do all the crazy things. We've got ATVs and cars, so we can make roller coasters and all that stuff. Let's test the map again. Some objects are invalid. I might have put an ATV inside an ATV, or maybe a boat. I think it's because I put a boat on the floor. Here we go. So I've got me my ATV. Woo! So you can have vehicles in your maps. Awesome. That's placeable weapons and vehicles. All I wanted, really. So that's amazing. Add new objects. Let's go back. So you can also add hostile mercenaries. I'm not going to add them in because I don't really understand how they work yet, but I'm guessing you can make your own just single player bot maps or whatever, or bad guys patrolling. Allied mercenaries, so you've got good guys that fight on your side. You can put wildlife in, so you can you can put like boars and sheep and pigs and crocodiles in, and look at that crocodile halfway out of a cliff. Let's put him there. This feature requires enabling AI data generation in the maps properties. Do you wish to enable? Yes. Does that affect the memory much? It doesn't seem to have done. And then I tried this earlier. This is amazing, right? You can put aquatic wildlife in, so you can spam a mountain with sharks. Why you'd want to make a crazy shark wall, but you can. Ooh. And then, yeah, I know they're invalid, but you'll let me use them anyway, won't you, Far Cry 3 level editor? Come on. Poof! Oh my god, sharks everywhere! Blow up the sharks! They shouldn't be on the land! They don't have legs! Screaming shark! That's amazing. I can't look at that. Land sharks! We're all in trouble now. Sharks have learned how to walk. I don't know where they're going. Are they trying to find land? They're trying to find water even. Go, land sharks! So you can put like shark-infested pools in your maps, or just random land sharks if you really want to just blow sharks up with grenades. Okay, and toolbox again, objects. What am I searching for? Hut? Here we go. I don't know how to get to this menu yet because I've only just started discovering it, but there's lots of huts and there's like walls and things, so you could make your own huts. Hut wall, you could literally build your own hut if you've got the patience. There's medium huts, there's large huts you put in. Here we go. Oh, that's what I'd done. So I'd gone to game modes. I hadn't. There's game modes. You can do game modes, so you can make your map team deathmatch, domination, transmission, or firestorm. Firestorm's the new mode. I'm not going to go into what the modes are. I'm running out of time. Thematics. So you can. Oh, look at that. World War II. Wow. Different style things. Chinese tomb. Oh my god. There's so much stuff here. I've literally. It would take me ages to go through everything. You can make your own radio towers to climb up. Mines. Concrete blocks. You can make your own mines. Is there tunnels, I wonder? Those are minecart tracks. Let's have a look. Utilities. Accessories. Bridges. Wow. Oh my god. Accessories. Loads of little toys to play with, chainsaw to put around, cages to put animals in, construction, corpses, dead bodies to put lying around. Oh my word, this is amazing. I was pretty much positive that this would be Bum Bum, this multiplayer this map editor, because they just hadn't said anything about it. But there's so much here: furniture, static vehicles. So there's like broken ships, planes you can have crashed into buildings. Nature, what's nature? Rocks, waterfalls. Oh wow, actual waterfalls, because you can do pools of water, I guess. How does that look? Like that? It might not work, I guess. Warning: some objects are invalid. I think you can definitely do pools of water, but like I said, I don't have time to go into it. That doesn't want to work. That looks, it's a bloody waterfall, unless it's meant to look bloody like that. I guess maybe it is. So you got waterfalls with blood in, lighting stuff, different lights so you can light up nighttime bits, decals for like blood and walls. I haven't seen any caves. There's weird eye graffiti. Yeah, there's so much to play with. So yeah, utterly surprised. I really thought that Ubisoft had just put this by the wayside and forgotten about it, and given us a kind of crappy Halo Forge kind of one with no vehicles, no placeable weapons. But it's first impressions, it looks like a map editor's dream, and I cannot wait to really make some in-depth maps and see what other people have made. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of this. Are you happy with what's around? Because I think I am. This has by far exceeded my expectations. It's brilliant. So thank you very much for watching, and make sure you subscribe. There's more Far Cry stuff coming in the near future. Bye! Stupid wall of sharks.